Oh, Tim, I'm so excited to be here. The swell yesterday afternoon came up with the storm. I was here when they had to pull the arena out. That's why now we're looking at the course. Board leg, then swim leg, no ski leg today, Tim, because it was too big. That was the call made for the girls, too dangerous. Some not so happy about that, but they're all out there ready to go.
Yeah, so no ski leg today. It was a wild old day. It's fantastic that we're competing. And there it is, the 2014 Nutri-Grain Ironman Series. The women are underway now, and Reese joins us. Reese, what about the atmosphere on the beach as we see the girls make their way out?
Yeah, well, Tim, I'll just get my breath back. I'm not quite as fit as I used to be running up those stairs, but let me tell you, everyone is pumped down on the beach. The wind is up, the swell is up, and it's really exciting down. I can't wait to see what happens here today.
One thing I'm loving straight up, this is from on board. The cameras, every single board, and ski in the men's, and in the swim legs as well, we're getting more of the outside view, but the board cameras and ski cameras are incredible. Look at that, rolling under. That's exactly what the competitors see. We've never seen that before in the sport of Ironman and Ironwomen. This is going to be sensational to watch.
Yeah, it is definitely the bird's eye view in every possible way, as we see Liz Plumer's an extraordinary talent. Not all these girls would be having slumber parties either. They're not all the best of friends, are they?
They aren't the best of mates, you know, they sort of kind of say they are, but there's a few rivalries in there, and we'll probably talk about that more as it goes. I think it'll show itself. Brodie Moyer, we see there, sensational job in the series last 2 years actually. Sometimes they're choosing to roll under the waves when it's a little bit too big to pop over, but you saw Liz Plumer's before, sitting back on the board, leaning back, as soon as the nose comes up, leaning forward, getting on the nose and bringing the board down the other side.
You also notice too, Trevor, with their stroke, they're not as long as they normally are. They're shortening up their straight and their lower sense of gravity due to that strong wind out there today.
Yeah, little short, sharp chops. A great shot there. That's Bonnie we have there. Look at that, bouncing through, exactly as you say, Reece, short, sharp chops. Not a surprise to see out the front there at the moment, Crystal Smith and Liz Plumers. But there's Amy Nerthen as well, doing very, very good start at this point in time, and never fails to impress in the big waves, Reece.
Look at this, you can see straight away, tactically, she's cut down behind the other competitors, and she's heading for what she believes to be a rip, and it'll be interesting to see if that's paid off for her.
There she is, perfect timing. There she is, Amy, coming from that side. That's the top three, so she's sitting there equal lead with Elizabeth Plumers and Crystal Smith, and actually looks like at that point it paid off better than any other move for anyone else in the field. So that's a sensational job from young Amy Nerthen.
Yeah, well, Crystal Smith and Elizabeth Plumers are there. You've got Hancock, and I suppose the rest of the field are really trying to... Look at this on the GoPro. How good's this?
This is Geordie Mercer. You can start to see the little bit of pain on furrowing up on the brow there. I'm sure the heart rate's building by now. They've got past that little bit of phosphoric burn that you get in the first 10 to 40 seconds when you take off. Now they're settling into the aerobic zone or anaerobic zone for these girls at this stage. The main thing about it is getting such a good start that you're not... There you go, some argy-bargy, talking about they're not all best mates and having slumber parties. You better get out of my way.
There it is. It's all happening out on the water.
Incredible shot there. We just saw that. Here's a little replay from on board. Crystal Smith flying across on a chop, riding the run sideways. That's not actually catching a wave. It's catching a wind swell that's turned into a wave. Great work and great shots.
Is it almost fair to say that you've got Hancock, Plumers, Smith are the Broadway acts here, and everybody else here is trying to make a name for himself, trying to push them out of the way?
Yeah, look, definitely. They've been the best over the last few years, that's for sure, absolutely. And a lot of these younger girls are really going to have to try and step up this series to challenge them. But once again, look at this. Look, Amy Nerthen, she's trying to take it to those top two girls, definitely.
And also, you know, must point out that Crystal Smith and Liz Plumers both had last season off. So they're both on the comeback trail completely. So this is their first race after quite a time out of this level of competition.
A lot of tactics going on here. Also, you've got to maintain your rage and its endurance as well. So what's going through their minds right at the minute?
Well, one of the biggest things is actually what we noticed around the cans is you have to actually turn around and start to allow your board to track with the runs. But while you're doing that, if the wind's going across the screen, which we can see it is, you don't want to end up too far down the field down the course and have to run back. A great little wave coming. Look at this Amy Northern on the right. She's done a great job of it. She's followed the runs across, held that lead. Now she'll cut back across on the wave. We'll probably get a shot of her in a moment. There she is, cutting back across next to Liz Plumers to come in right on the turnaround marker and be the front runner for the series at this point in time.
She certainly is, and we are underway in the Nutri-Grain Ironwoman Series, Smiths Beach in Western Australia, the beautiful Margaret River. Welcome back to Channel 9's Wide World of Sports. The Nutri-Grain Ironman Series is underway with the Iron Women race, and the sea is big at Smiths Beach in Margaret River, and we've just seen the first board, Trevor Handy.
And what a moment for Elizabeth Plumers. As we talked about, she's been away for quite a while, come back to the series to run around now, have that heightened energy or feel that you have when you're actually leading a race when you're back. She'll be feeling fantastic. But look at number 1 there, Courtney Hancock, right on the shoulder of Crystal Smith. Great job. Devon Halligan right behind her as we go back through the field. Brodie Moyer back there in about 8th spot.
I definitely think Courtney Hancock, she'll try and make a very big move here. She's a strong swimmer, so it'll be interesting to see how Courtney attacks this swim leg.
And of course, Liz Plumers had a year off last year, back in the sport, a mighty competitor. The sea is big as we watch them duck dive there.
That's swell.
Liz Plumers, quite a personality, quite a character. She's travelled the world. And let's find a... Yeah, 26-year-old Liz Plumers. She's been around for quite a while. It's amazing how sometimes that break is as good as a holiday as we look at the tough conditions here at Smiths Beach.
And Liz Plumers originally from Warwick. Wouldn't have seen swells like that in Warwick, let me tell you. That's pretty amazing to see. But what fantastic footage down here in the deep, dark blue waters. This area of the coast sticks right out close to the continental shelf. It's famous for getting big swells, and it's turned it on for these girls. And they're out there swimming, no fins, no nothing, just those girls on their own handling it.
And you can see that they're just going around those small orange buoys. Normally we have the big Nutri-Grain buoys out there, but because the swell is so big, they actually couldn't set those buoys. They had to use the small ones just so they could anchor in. And as we talk, look at these waves coming through. This is a cracking wave.
This is going to be Liz both taking off together. Oh, a bit of argy-bargy there as well. And watching...
I think they've both
popped off the back. That little bit of argy-bargy's cost them there. Let's have a look back at this. Here we go. Oh, hand on the back of the head. And Courtney, at one stage there, what the wave actually does there, Tim, is as it crunches down, we get another one. This is a wave for half of the field.
Oh, they've just fallen off the back. But the sea's huge here at Smiths Beach. It's fantastic that we're competing. We'll reiterate, there's no ski because of the nature of what's happening here. But watch this in all the whitewash.
And talk about argy-bargy between these two. There's another hand on the back of the head. They're fighting in the whitewater together. Now what they've got to do is keep the head down when the swell comes up. You saw Liz try to get a bit of speed and jump on. It's the speed. And is that Courtney Hancock? She's done it.
Oh, great body surfing.
Who did the elbow? Was that a grade 1 careless, that one?
Could be. We'll have to look back at that one, the match review committee. But Courtney Hancock, sensational job there. I liken to Kai Hurst in the way she body surfs because she keeps the head down. Picking up broken wave is the hardest skill body surfing in the whole of Ironman racing.
And it'll take a lot out of you too, just the oxygen depth that has to go into that and hold your breath and kick your legs, then get up and run. Crystal Smith, and there's Liz Plumers in the chase.
Crystal Smith has come through on one side, probably taken a different route back to the beach, but there's the big three right there and now. We've got a race on our hands.
Go that way, go that way, drag up that way.
The pictures you're getting, look at that. You virtually feel you're on the boards with them. Just remarkable. The GoPros have got plenty of people out in the surf trying to catch every moment, every breath, every bit of the drama.
And there's something you don't often see too, the handlers holding the board up because there is so much water moving up and so much wind. They don't want to put the board on the ground where it gets washed away or blown away like they normally would.
I saw Courtney Hancock. She went down to the south again, the same sort of way that Amy Northern went in the first board leg. So it'll be interesting to pan it. And you can see right now, Courtney has slipped out again down that southern end. What a great move.
What a wonderful job. Oh, there we go. The girl's going backwards.
Oh, Struth, Brodie.
Here we go. Brodie coming in. There's the replay. Oh, hits in the face. And now she's travelling backwards, rolls off to the side.
And again, another couple of big waves.
Just extraordinary conditions here at Smith's Beach in the Margaret River. These competitors getting absolutely smashed by these sets. Ros Kelly's nice and safe on the beach. She's got a very, very special guest with her.
Kai Hurst, first time at Smith's Beach, opening round of the series. What do you make of the place?
Oh, look, it's stunning down here. I'm planning to head over to Margaret River to see what conditions are happening over there. But, certainly testing conditions here at Smith's Beach. And, I was told leading into this that this was Kitty's Corner right behind us here. This is where all the families come to bring their kids down there here and have a really safe swim. But obviously looking out today behind us, that's certainly not the case.
You're an old hat at this. You've competed so many times. How challenging are these conditions compared to everything you've seen in the past?
Yeah, look, we haven't had conditions like this for a very long time. Surfers Paradise, the round last year, Kendrick Louis won, certainly threw up a swell very similar to this in height, but, was a hell of a lot cleaner. But it's just really unpredictable out there. I think when you look at it, it's just it's bouncing up everywhere in every kind of direction. So, a little bit of luck is involved with today's racing, no doubt.
Okay, thanks for your insight. I'll let you keep an eye on things and best of luck.
No worries, cheers.
Thank you, Ros, and a nice thumbs up there from Kai Hurst, and just a great athlete to go to 2 Olympics and compete at the top in this sport as well. Just extraordinary.
Yeah, he'll be super excited. He'll be buzzing. He loves this stuff. See the girls heading out there now.
Look at that gap. We're going to come across there. There's Courtney Hancock. That is how far she's got in front from going out to the left. We saw Liz roll under, get smashed by that wave. That's the gap there. And now, so Liz is back there with Crystal.
There's Courtney. We're watching her, and she's powering along out in front right at the moment and making the most of these conditions here at Smith's Beach. Let's go out to those GoPros, because I think there's been a bit of action with Crystal and Liz. There's an insight.
Here we go.
Here it is.
Here's the shot. Oh. So this is the shot from on board. Here we go. Can't see the hands. Must have got. There's that. No hands on it.
Lost it.
Swims back. Look at that wave right behind too. So she's got there just in time. That's a series saver right there, Tim. By getting that board in that moment, she's just saved herself a chance in the series.
Yeah, nice little bleep there as well. But our production crew have done a wonderful job there to grab that moment.
Absolutely sensational. Can't believe these shots we're getting. This is Ironwoman racing like we've never seen before.
And what do you like in this surf to? What do you like in these conditions to? Because we don't often see them this big.
Oh, look at this wave.
Wow, look at this.
Oh, as we say it.
Crystal Smith has just come down a boomer, and she's hanging onto those back straps now, and she's rid it out. That's a great wave.
Yeah, a little more sedate when these athletes. Courtney Hancock, she's got the #1, and she's leading right at the minute. Trevor Hendy, Reese Jury. We're seeing beautiful pictures here in Western Australia.
Crystal Smith there running up. She's sitting in second spot right there with Liz Plumers. But this is really setting up the series right from the start. If you can get away round 1, and if Courtney can hold on here and go well in the swim, which she's the best swimmer in the field, if not equal best, she can set herself up for the rest of this season. And what a great thing to do. She certainly had a challenge today. There is Crystal Smith coming through, number 11. Number 1 being chased by number 11.
Elizabeth Plumers now, and Maddie Dunn. That's a great effort from Maddie Dunn. She's only a young girl. She won a round last year, so she's back in the fray. She's a great swimmer too now, Maddie. So it'll be interesting to see what line. As you can see, they're sort of heading down south again. And you can see Courtney in the distance heading out that gap again. She's really nailing it.
Working back a few shots, there was also a shot there of Emma Dick as well, the youngest girl in the series at this stage, I'm pretty sure. And right up there at this point in time, Jordan Mercer there doing very well as well. The new brigade hanging right in there.
Jordan Mercer, of course, Darren, her father, is the handler, competed against you many, many times, Trevor. Now, we did hear from Courtney in that interview where she was saying having the #1, it might seem like there's more pressure. There is more pressure, isn't there?
There is more pressure, and I think Brodie Moyer is one that's showing that right there, because she was back in the field, back next to Emma Dick that I was talking about. When you're up the front and you start thinking, right, this year I'm going to go better, you know, it sometimes gets harder because you put that added pressure on yourself. For Courtney, she is number one. Everyone's looking at her. I love the way she's approaching it. I love the way she's talking about it. She's trying to be in the moment, and that's what you have to do.
You can see some of those girls diving down really deep to get down under some of those big waves. But here's the race. I'm just trying to pick up who that is. We're scanning. There's Courtney. That's a big lead, Trevor.
That's a solid lead. The one thing about these leads is when the lead's that long in the swim leg, you know it converts to a lot in the run leg. However, one good wave, if you swim into the break and you don't pick up a wave, and then if someone does a Courtney on Courtney and catches the wave, this could come right back to a big finish.
You can see how nice and high Courtney is in the water. Beautiful kick, hips are up nice and high, nice long strokes. She's got such a good technique for the surf. She's swimming so well.
And these two besties just behind her, we've got Liz Plumers and Crystal Smith. What about their techniques?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we can see some underwater stuff. And here's Crystal Smith. Still, again, good technique, but a little bit stronger on that catch. Kick not quite as strong, but once again, great technique. Liz Plumers, nice and high arms, awesome technique as well, but different in their ways.
All right, let's get down to Ross Kelly on the beach.
Now we are into the final leg and it's the big guns well and truly in control. Courtney Hancock's title defence on track. She is right out in front, followed by another veteran in Crystal Smith. This is a shortened race and the women are still finding it very, very challenging out there.
Yeah, as Ros mentioned, no ski today. The sea is huge. Yesterday, the whole course had to be redone because it was just extraordinary.
And coming down to this last leg, the last time in, you can see the gap right there. There it is, Courtney back to Elizabeth Plumers, and we'll see if a wave comes up and plays a part. You can see it perfectly from that spot.
You could see the rate too, Trevor. Courtney's rate was just that little bit higher. That kick was a little bit faster. She really wants it today.
She looks a little bit lighter in the water too, doesn't she? She's really skipped. Look at this wave. Here we go. Here's a chance from out the back.
Look at
it. It's not formed up, but what will Courtney do? This is her chance to seal it right here, guys. Oh!
She popped out the back.
Over the head. There was no real chance of doing that. Once again, here we go at the back.
That's a big wave again.
That's not going to pick her up either.
Let's have a look at the replay here. There's Courtney.
So only option Courtney could have done there was leap through the top and try and jump off the top. At that moment, she pulled her head back and pulled back. Let's see if it pays off for her. Here she comes. She's got to do this again. Pick up like she did earlier in the swim leg. She gets the kick. She gets the head down. Picks up a little bit of run. This is leaving the door open.
Those arms and legs would be absolutely burning.
Here we go. Look at this. Liz Plumers behind her.
It's not over yet.
She's going to have to wade out, Tim.
Here comes Courtney. She's wading out and she's got Liz Plumers on her right shoulder, one of her arch enemies in this sport. She looks over, but she looked over the wrong shoulder. I think she's going to be safe, though. Here comes Courtney Hancock, the number one on her costumes. She gives the high five through and she'll run it home to win here at Smith's Beach. Courtney Hancock punches the air. Well done, you.
I think she wasn't sure whether she won or not then. She was running up asking because she didn't know whether someone had body surfed past her. That's an incredible win.
Here we are. That's Crystal Smith. That's a great effort. Come back after a season off to get second place. Liz Plumers and Maddie Dunn. That's a great race from the youngster.
So there it is. The superstars out in front. And Maddie Dunn in the number 10 ahead of these big rivals. There's Crystal Smith and Liz Plumers, and Courtney Hancock just gives Maddie a bit of a lift. It's been tough conditions.
What an incredible setup for the series. As we see Emma Dick, I mentioned before, come through. This is a fantastic result for this young lady. Ski probably helped her not being in.
That's an awesome effort from Emma Dick. First series, first down. Hannah Minogue, Jordan Mercer going for the line. Wow.
So there it is, round one, the results, Nutri-Grain Ironman Series, the Iron Women. Courtney Hancock has number one, so 20 points to her. Then Crystal Smith, Plumers, Dunn, Dick and Minogue. They make the top six, but a brilliant performance for Courtney Hancock. There is Jordan Mercer, the famous Mercer name, Northern Brown, Creedy, Halligan and Coleman.
I'm looking for Brodie Moyer here. Where is she on the next page? She's going to be their 14th spot. That's a shock for one of the guns.
Courtney, congratulations. Incredibly challenging conditions, but you smashed it out there.
Oh, look, it was so challenging out there. I think my pulse was like so high the whole time. I was never relaxed out there. But look, yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better start. I'm so excited about that. I'm a surf girl. I love it. And I can't have asked for anything better than today.
Perfect start to your title defence too.
Oh, thank you so much. It's only the beginning. That's only one. There's 5 to go. Now I'm going to have an ice bath to recover. And I'm very, very excited about that win. Yeah.
Great confidence boost. Courtney, congratulations.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Roz. Reece Jury, what do you make of that?
Well, what a magnificent way to start the series. That was a cracker of a race. And it proves, cream rises to the top. Those 3 top girls were magnificent today, and especially Courtney Hancock. Her swimming ability out there today was fantastic.
Unbelievable. So she's going to be the one to beat Courtney all season. Is that your pick?
Well, look, she's going to be hard to beat. There's no doubt about that. But Liz Plumers, she came off the board today and still managed to finish 3rd. I spoke to a few of the other girls. They had a few incidences out there. So they'll still be pushing really hard. And I don't think Courtney will have it all her way, but that is a great start for Courtney Hancock.
Well, don't go anywhere. The men's Ironman is up next.